Have you ever wondered what it takes to leave our world and venture into the vastness of space? It's a challenge that's fascinated humanity for centuries, but it wasn't until the 20th century that we truly began to unlock the secrets of space travel. To escape the gravitational pull of our planet, a spacecraft needs to reach what's known as escape velocity. Imagine throwing a ball as hard as you can. It ascends, slows, and inevitably falls back to Earth. But if you could throw that ball with enough speed, roughly 25,000 miles per hour, it would continue to ascend, never to return. That's the concept of escape velocity. But achieving escape velocity isn't just about brute force. It requires the perfect blend of speed, direction, and timing. And of course, it requires technology far beyond anything available in the early days of flight. In the mid-20th century, the world was engaged in a titanic struggle of technology and ideology, the Cold War. An unexpected offshoot of this conflict was the space race, a competition between the United States and the Soviet Union to demonstrate technological superiority by achieving milestones in space exploration. The first major leap was made by the Soviet Union in 1957, with the launch of Sputnik. This small, beeping satellite, no bigger than a beach ball, was the first man-made object to successfully reach orbit. It was a triumph of engineering and a testament to human ingenuity. Sputnik's launch marked the dawn of a new era. The once impossible dream of reaching the stars suddenly seemed within our grasp. As the world listened to the faint, steady beep of Sputnik traveling overhead, we collectively held our breath, wondering what new frontiers this tiny satellite could open for us. From that first beeping satellite orbiting our Earth, humanity had taken its first steps into the cosmos. The journey was just beginning, and the stars were waiting. As the world marveled at the beeping satellite in the sky, a new era of competition and exploration began. The mid-20th century was marked by an intense rivalry between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, culminating in what we now call the space race. It was a period of feverish activity, bold experiments, and groundbreaking advancements in technology. The Soviets initially took the lead. In 1961, they achieved a significant milestone when Yuri Gagarin became the first man to orbit the Earth. This achievement was a testament to the power of their Vostok spacecraft, a spherical capsule with a single entry hatch and a separate module for equipment and propulsion. It was a marvel of engineering for its time, capable of withstanding the intense heat of re-entry and protecting its occupant from the harsh conditions of space. Meanwhile, the United States was not far behind. In response to Gagarin's flight, they accelerated their Apollo program with the ambitious goal of landing a man on the moon before the end of the decade. The Apollo spacecraft was a complex system, consisting of a command module for the crew, a service module for propulsion and life support, and a lunar module for landing on the moon. In 1969, the world held its breath as the Apollo 11 mission successfully landed astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the lunar surface. This monumental achievement was made possible by the Saturn V rocket, the most powerful rocket ever built. Standing taller than the Statue of Liberty, it could generate over 7.5 million pounds of thrust, enough to escape Earth's gravity and reach the moon. The space race was more than just a competition. It was a catalyst for innovation, pushing the boundaries of what was technologically possible and accelerating the development of space travel technology. It took us from launching rudimentary satellites to landing men on the moon in just over a decade. This era of competition led to rapid advancements in space technology, with humanity setting foot on the moon just 12 years after the first satellite launch. Following the moon landing, the focus of space exploration shifted from competition to collaboration. This paradigm shift was largely manifested in the development and use of space shuttles, which marked a significant evolution in the methods of space travel. Unlike the one-and-done rockets of the moon missions, space shuttles were designed to be reusable. This was a game changer. Suddenly, space wasn't a place you visited once, but a destination you could return to time and again. Crafted with a focus on sustainability, these shuttles were akin to the sturdy ships of yesteryears, braving the cosmic seas over and over again. This was the essence of the Space Shuttle program, launched by NASA in the late 70s. These shuttles not only allowed for repeated trips to space, but also opened the door for more complex missions. The Hubble Space Telescope, for instance, was carried into orbit by a space shuttle, and it was shuttle crews who performed the crucial maintenance and upgrades that kept the telescope operational for so long. But perhaps the most significant achievement of the space shuttles was their role in the construction of the International Space Station, or ISS. A marvel of modern engineering, the ISS represents the epitome of human ambition and ingenuity. This floating laboratory orbits our planet every 90 minutes, housing astronauts from around the globe, conducting groundbreaking research, and enabling the long-term human presence in space. The ISS is more than just a space station, it's a symbol of international cooperation. Over 15 nations, including former rivals in the space race, came together to build this outpost in the cosmos. Scientists and astronauts from different countries live and work together aboard the ISS, sharing knowledge, resources, and dreams of further exploration. In this way, the space shuttles and the ISS have transformed the narrative of space exploration. No longer is it about who gets there first or who goes the furthest. It's about what we can achieve together as a global community. When we look beyond our own borders and reach for the stars, space, once a domain of competition, had become a place of international cooperation. But what if going to space wasn't just for governments and astronauts? What if it could be for everyone? Enter the dawn of private space travel, a time when companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic have taken center stage. These are not just companies, they are pioneers, visionaries, trailblazers. They have taken the baton from government-led space programs and are running with it. SpaceX, founded by entrepreneur Elon Musk, has revolutionized the economics of space travel with reusable rockets. By landing and refurbishing these rockets, SpaceX has dramatically cut the costs of reaching space. This has not only made space more accessible, but also more sustainable. Then there's Blue Origin, the brainchild of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. Their vision is to create a future where millions of people can live and work in space. To make this dream a reality, they're developing a variety of technologies, including a lunar lander known as Blue Moon. And let's not forget Virgin Galactic, the company that aspires to make space tourism a reality. Their spacecraft, VSS Unity, has already taken a select few civilians beyond the Earth's atmosphere, giving them a taste of what it's like to be an astronaut. These companies are not just creating rockets and spacecraft, they are creating opportunities. Opportunities for scientists to conduct research in a microgravity environment. Opportunities for businesses to send satellites into orbit at a fraction of the previous cost. And perhaps most exciting of all, opportunities for regular people to experience the wonder of space travel. Imagine a future where going to space is as common as taking a flight to another country. A future where you can gaze upon the Earth from above, see the stars without the distortion of the Earth's atmosphere. A future made possible by the audacious dreams and tireless efforts of private space companies. As we stand on the brink of a new era in space travel, we continue to push the boundaries of what is possible. And who knows? Maybe one day you'll be the one looking down at Earth from the window of a spacecraft, marveling at the beautiful planet we call home.